Okay, good afternoon everyone. This is Nazir Ahmad Sheikh, working as an English teacher at Sai Balaji High School, Markapur. Today, we are going to discuss the main topic of first unit, that is textual exercise of class 10. Okay, so textual exercise, which means especially textual grammar of first unit of 10th standard. So let's know what is the textual grammar of first unit of 10th standard. That is nothing but defining and non-defining relative clauses. Defining and non-defining relative clauses. So this is the textual grammar of first unit of 10th standard. Okay, so first of all we have to know what is meant by class. So we have to know what is meant by class. C-L-A-U-S-E, class. So here class means nothing but a group of words, a group of words which makes or that forms a part of a sentence, a group of words that forms a part of a sentence which has subject and predicate also, that is called a class. So this class are again divided into two types, that is main class and second one subordinate class. So here this is the classification of the classes, main class and subordinate class. So here our topic is a relative class. So class, we have got an information about class. What is class? A group of words that forms a part of a sentence which has a subject and predicate also. That is the meaning of the word class. Now let's come to the point, a relative class. So before knowing what is meant by relative class, we have to know relative pronouns. As we all know that, what are pronouns? Pronouns means a name which is used instead of nouns are known as pronoun. Okay, so here one of the kinds of pronouns, that is a relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, basically relative pronouns are who, whom, whose and which, that. Basically these are all the relative pronouns. Who, whom, whose generally used for persons, and which for things, and that for both. So these are all the relative pronouns. So our main topic is a relative class. What relative class? Defining and non-defining relative class. So wherever we find any relative pronoun, whether it is who, whom, whose or which or that, in a class, if you observe these relative pronouns in a class, that class is known as a relative class. That means simply we call as we say as any relative pronoun, a relative pronoun which is presented in a class, that class is known as relative class. Okay, here we got an idea about relative class. Okay, here up to here it is very clear. Okay, now come to the point, defining non-defining relative clauses. So what is meant by defining relative class and what is meant by non-defining relative class? Let's see what's meant by defining relative class. See here, defining relative class. Defining relative class. So defining relative class means a class which defines about the antecedent. Antecedent is nothing but the front part of the sentence. That means the subject part of a sentence is known as antecedent. So a relative class which defines about the antecedent, that is called defining relative class. Let's look at the example here from your textbook, from unit 1 textual grammar side. The sentence which is presented here, that is, the woman here, the woman who taught him surfing, had been bitten by a shark. Had been bitten by a shark. So this is a sentence which is given in your textbook. So here it is a relative clause sentence. Here we have relative clause part, that is who taught him surfing. So this is the relative clause part. This part is known as relative clause part. So this relative clause part defines about the antecedent. Here this part is known as antecedent. This part is known as, that means subject part. Subject part is known as antecedent. So here relative clause part defines about the antecedent. So that's why it is called as defining relative clause. This is called as defining relative clause. Then we have to put the question, how can we find whether it is a defining relative clause or non-defining relative clause? So we have to do one thing, that is you just remove the relative clause part in the sentence, who taught him surfing. So just you remove this part for a while, afterwards read a sentence. So without this part you read a sentence. If you cannot get clarity without this relative clause part, then we have to understand that is defining relative clause. Let's say remove this part for a while and read a sentence. The woman had been bitten by a shark. The woman had been bitten by a shark. Can we get a clarity here? The woman had been bitten by a shark. Is there any clarity? So here clarity is missed. The woman had been bitten by a shark. That means lack of clarity. Here in this sentence there is no clarity. Why? The woman had been bitten by a shark means we have to put the question, who's the woman? Whose or who is the woman? If you put the question, who is the woman, there is no answer. That means there is no clarity. Who is the woman? No answer will come for this question. That means there is no clarity. Clarity is missed. So if we remove this part, then there is no clarity. Then we have to say that this is defining relative clause sentence. Okay. So here relative clause part defines the antecedent. That means relative clause part is telling something about the antecedent. That means defining, which means in Telugu what we call vivarinchadam, తెలియజేయడం. Okay. So here who taught him surfing? who taught him surfing? This is a relative class part. This part defines the woman, so that's why it is defining relative class part. Okay, so is it clear? Here we can understand how we have to find whether it is defining or non-defining. You just remove this part and read a sentence. If you do not get any clarity, you simply say that is defining relative class part. Here relative class part is defining about the antecedent, about the subject. Okay, so this is called defining relative class. Okay, next come to non-defining relative class part. Non-defining relative class. Second one, non-defining relative class. Here non-defining, in the title itself we have to understand non-defining. So first one, defining, that means relative class part defines about the antecedent, but here it is non-defining, that means relative class part is not defining. Here it is not defining about the antecedent, okay, about the subject. Then what the relative class part is doing in non-defining relative class? The relative class part gives extra information. Relative class part gives extra information about the antecedent. That's it, not defining. If we remove the relative class part, then also we will have clarity. Okay, so that's why that is easiest way to find whether it is defining or non-defining. How can we find if this is non-defining? You just remove the relative class part and read the rest of the sentence. If you get clarity, then you can simply say it is non-defining relative class part. Okay, let's see example. Nick, this is also example from your textbook. Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electric wheelchair, for mobility. So here we have relative class part. Who was teased and bullied? This is relative class part. So apply the formula here. How can we find whether it is defining or non-defining? You just apply the formula. You remove the relative class part for a while and read a sentence. Nick had an electric wheelchair for mobility. Nick had an electric wheelchair for mobility. Is there any clarity or not? Yeah, we have clarity. We have full of clarity. Nick had an electric wheelchair for mobility. If you put the question, who had an electric wheelchair, then we can simply say Nick. We have the answer Nick. Nick had an electric wheelchair. If you put the question, who had an electric wheelchair, then answer will come easily as Nick had an electric wheelchair for mobility. Okay, so here we have full of clarity. That means this part, relative class part, who was teased and bullied, is not defining about the antecedent, about the subject. It is giving extra information to Nick. It gives extra information about the antecedent. That means we can simply, if we remove the relative class part, then also we will have clarity. Then we can easily say this is non-defining relative class. Non-defining relative class. We can easily say this sentence is related to non-defining relative class. Okay, I think you hope understood well about the textual grammar of first unit, defining, non-defining relative clauses. Okay, so in our next video we will meet with a new topic. Till then, bye, have a nice day, thank you.